Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, people? This is Danny Graham. Coming back again with another live chat. Can anybody hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, people? This is Danny Graham. Coming back again with another live chat. Can anybody hear me? Can you see me, Tony? Hello? Can you hear me? Does the sound good? Hello? I'm trying a different camera system. It should look clearer. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, people? Can you look at the picture, Tony, and tell me how it look? Coming back again with another live chat. Can anybody hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Does the sound good? Hello? I'm trying to hear my camera system. It should look clearer. Can you hear me? People. Can you look at the picture, Tony, and tell me how it look? Coming back again with another live chat. Can you see me, Trent? Anybody hear me? Hello? Trenton, can you see me? Trenton, can you hear me? Can you see me, Trenton? Trenton, can you see me? Okay, you say you can see me. Good. I want to thank everybody that's going to join me today. I hadn't done one of these in 2 weeks. A lot that was going on in those past 2 weeks. I know that I'm competing with the NFL, so that's why I'm trying to do it before the game starts. The big thing that I saw today, or I saw this week early in this news, is about X-Men. In particular, two characters that we all know and love. That's Professor X and also Magneto. It is being said, it's being rumored, I have not got confirmation, but they are talking about recasting in the new X-Men series whenever they reboot that into making the characters black, which in my opinion really doesn't matter what color they are as long as they do a good job. It would be interesting. I once read and once heard somewhere, I hadn't researched this, that Stan Lee originally developed and originally patterned. He took those two characters after Martin Luther King with Professor X, who is, we all know, is very peaceful, wants to try to do things the right way, wants to try to do things without violence. And the other character, Magneto, Stan Lee patterned that after Malcolm X, who was kind of like all by any means necessary. I don't want to kill you, but if I have to, then I'll do it. Or if it comes down between me and you, or if it comes down to protecting my race, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do by any means necessary. I have not yet been able to confirm that, but that's what I heard on YouTubers. If it is, that'd be pretty cool. Noodles 1980. Can anyone tell me what happened to Simon Beasley? His art sucks now. I have no idea. Noodles 1980. I'm after he, I was like, who could be now? If any of you watched the new show that came on Amazon Prime, The Boys, the black guy at the very last episode, who's the head boss over the organization that is making the Ultimate Superheroes. That's one guy I heard they was looking for to play Magneto. I cannot think of his name, but he's a well-known actor. He played on Breaking Bad. He's Hispanic. I think he's mixed, some kind of black and Hispanic, some kind of. I think that's his background. But I was thinking, and I want you to think about this. Would it be cool if Idris Elba played Professor X? And wouldn't it be cool if Denzel Washington was Magneto? Just think about how cold Denzel Washington was in Man on Fire, or how he was in Training Day. Put him in Magneto's uniform, and what do you think? I think it would definitely put butts in the seat. I definitely think that it would be interesting to see that. Idris Elba, I like him. He's very versatile. I've seen him play in Tyler Perry movies. He's played action heroes. He played a gunslinger in The Dark Tower. He just played the bad guy versus Hobbs and Shaw in the Fast and Furious franchise. So I could see him playing. I can see him in a wheelchair with a bald head playing Professor X. That's just me. Mr. Earthrock, what do you think about the Avengers or MCU? They incorporate some Indian mythology characters in their upcoming ventures. I don't know. I think that definitely Marvel is diverse. They're going to go down some streets that may piss off some people. I personally don't care about this Me Too Flores or how they're trying to get more female lead actresses. I don't care about that. And I do care about the Me Too and the fact that if it's a woman is a victim, I'm not saying I don't care about that part. But what I'm saying, if they want to incorporate more female actresses, more lead actresses, I don't care. As long as the story is good, it's compelling, they get the right actress to play the right part. I don't care about whether the actress or the actor or the particular character is male or female. As long as they do it right, makes sense, I'll go see the movie. We also got to remember at the core of this that these characters are fictional characters. They aren't real, so we don't have a necessary license to do it with the way the comic books do it. However the director wants to change it, his or her interpretation makes sense. It's well written, put together. I don't care if it's male or female. Now, if it's a character is a non-fictional character, then of course they need to stay true to whatever sex or whatever race they are. That makes sense. But like these cartoon characters, they're interchangeable. So it doesn't matter to me whether they're black, white, blue, or green. I don't care. As long as the story is well written, compelling, special effects on point, that kind of stuff. That's what I care about. Noodles 1980 wrote, Ultra Handsome Jack, Black X-Men sounds like a terrible idea. 20 years from now, people will be complaining that it is somehow racist. Everybody has a right to their opinion. If you watch the Daredevil that starred Ben Affleck, in the comic books, Kingpin was always white. But I thought Michael Clark Duncan knocked it out of the park. He looked like the Kingpin to me. I believed it. I thought he played the part. So, to me, it depends on the quality of the script, and also depends on the actor. So that's my opinion. Also, the Equalizer, that comes from a 1980s, might be 90s show, late 80s. Robert McCall was an older white British actor. Denzel Washington knocked it out of the park on this rendition of the Equalizer. So, like I said, it depends on the actor, it depends on the script, it depends on whether or not the actor or the actress is believable. So, whether they're black or white, it makes me no difference. As long as the story is compelling. I'm not saying they're going to be all black. I'm just saying that certain key characters that we are used to seeing in a particular race or particular sex may change. Not the entire cast. I don't think they're going to make an entire black X-Men. That's not what I'm saying. Just those two particular characters and what I've heard and what I'm seeing from other YouTubers or what they're kicking around. This may or may not happen. It's just something that's being kicked around and discussed now as a possibility. Noodles. Get back to Mr. Earth. I don't know about any Indian mythological characters in the X-Men. Tell me what you're talking about in particular. But if there's one, if I'm not mistaken, Forge was Indian, if I remember correctly, and also the Indian. I can't think of his name. He's a shapeshifter. They may pull those two particular characters back into the reboot of X-Men. I don't know, but like I said, I don't care about race, color, creed, whatever. As long as the story is compelling, the script is good, the actor or the actress kills it, I don't care. Trenton Graham says, I believe in change, especially in Marvel, but sometimes they shouldn't change, and they still have characters that are different races they haven't used yet. That's correct. I'm also hearing that they're trying to make Namor, who's possibly may show up in the Black Panther 2. I think he's trying to be Oriental. What I'm hearing, they're trying to make his character Oriental. I don't know, but like I said, that person's race or creed makes no. Well, depending on how true you want to be to certain parts of the country, whatever. But in this movie world, these characters are fictional. They're not for real. And there's no use to seeing white Superman, a white Wonder Woman, white Aquaman. But if they change that and it makes sense, or whatever story they put in place, if it's plausible, I don't care. Like there was a big stink about Ariel being black. Okay, it's a cartoon mermaid, fictional. Correction, a fictional character. Who cares Ariel is black? I don't care. As long as the story is good, as long as it entertains my grandsons or grandchildren, it doesn't matter. But some people are up in arms because, no, when I grew up, this was white, this was black, blah, 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 blah. Okay, when you grew up, it was a different time. Times are changing. So you gotta adapt, you gotta roll with the times. As long as it's not nothing that's actually offending a person or saying something that's going to be that you can take as being racial, as long as the actor or the actress plays the part, does it with dignity, doesn't offend anybody, and it's just acting, it's just a story, it's just a comic story, it's just something that someone made up in their mind and it entertains the masses. Who cares if the person happens to be black, happens to be white, happens to be female, male? It doesn't matter. Just my opinion. Noodles 1980 Ultra Handsome turning white characters black is basically saying black people can't come up with good characters. I don't agree with that. It's not that. I mean, that may be your opinion, but sometimes in Hollywood things are changing now, where sometimes blacks or females or whatever race it is doesn't get the same opportunities that the white actor or actress get. So if someone that comes in there and funny puts their foot in the door, a black director or someone of a minority has controlling say-so over that project, if he or she wants to put people in the movie that they're in charge of, that they can relate to, then that's their prerogative. The same way like those same white directors, white people or the white persons that was controlling the movie can relate to white actors and actresses, then if a black director or a black actor or a black CEO or whatever has control over it, shouldn't he or she have the same right to put people in the movies that they can relate to, or the way that they see it, or their point of view? I mean, I don't think that to say the fact that black people can't come with a good character, I don't think that's true. Just so happened that, in my opinion, Stan Lee was ahead of his time. Stan Lee had the imagination, he had the foresight, he had the genius of creating these characters that we all now know and love. And now that people of different races and different sexes are getting their hands on this property, then they can put their own personal spin. And sometimes their spin added to what's already in place may not be exactly what the original person Stan Lee said, but it might be a little bit better. It might be more enhanced. So you can't. I think that's too broad of a statement. I don't agree with it. You have the right, Noodles, 1980. To agree with that, to make that statement or believe that way, but I don't. Noodles also says people complain about white Jesus. LOL. I'm just saying. Well, I don't complain about white Jesus. I mean, you believe what you're gonna believe, whether he's white, black, blue, or green. I believe that heaven is not gonna be segregated. If you choose to believe that, if you are a believer, if you are a Christian, and Jesus died for all of us, then I truly believe in my heart that heaven is not going to be segregated. If it is, then I just have to deal with it when I get there. I plan on getting there, but I don't want to jump off into the spiritual part of this. But I'm just saying, Noodles 1980, ultra handsome. I respect what you're saying. That's your opinion. But I'm just going to say we're going to have to agree to disagree on that. I don't think making a statement that black people come up with good characters, I don't agree with that at all. Trying to see what's going on. I'm reading over a lot of things. Yes, another thing, this upcoming Joker movie. It's getting a lot of positive feedback. I think it's being played in different parts of the country, like the Sundance Festival, those kind of things. But I'm also hearing that it is not going to tie into the existing DCE universe that we know now. So this Joker is not going to be at any time meeting up with our Superman that we know, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. And I'm hearing that Robert Pattinson, the guy that played Edward in Twilight, he's taking up the new role of Batman. I don't think that their universe is going to cross either. So I'm not sure exactly why this movie is being made, if it's not going to eventually lead to Joaquin Phoenix version of the Joker meeting with Batman or a Batman. I don't know. I guess it's just something, I guess just to kill time, I guess is the only way I can see it. Why make a movie that's not going to be able to tie into another part of an existing universe you already have? Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what DC doing with that. I would have made it tied in at least with this new Batman, or however they're going to do that. But all the information that I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, is that it's not. It is now September, so we've got October, November, and a few weeks in December, and we will be seeing episode 9, the Rise of Skywalker. It's supposed to be the last part of this trilogy. I'm getting a little excited each time I see a new clip. I hear more different information about what's going on. For those of you who don't know what's going on, I haven't seen a new clip. Basically, it's being, well, one of the theories out there is that Rey is a clone. And when she goes to that planet where Luke Skywalker's on, and she goes into that pit, it's kind of reminiscent of when Luke Skywalker went. He was on Dagobah with Yoda, and he went to that cave and he was fighting Darth Vader. And then he defeated Darth Vader and cut off his helmet. Then the helmet exploded, and he saw his face. When she goes into that pit, she sees several reflections of herself. And what the theory is that those reflections that she saw of herself are a different number of clones that the Emperor made to try to perfect her. Because if you know, she's super strong in the Force. She has a good understanding of the Jedi mind trick. She can hold her own with a lightsaber, but never had any official training. So the theory is that she is a clone, and then if you see the end, there's another clone, or it's her holding a double-edged lightsaber. So the theory is that Rey is a good clone, and this other Dark Rey is a Sith clone that the Emperor is going to somehow transfer his essence into. And I think that may be the final fight scene, is what I'm thinking, what I'm hoping. So you'll see. Noodles 1980 Ultra Handsome writes, Tony Brown wrote, Sam Jackson played Nick Fury, and Fury was white in the comic book cartoons as well. Excellent point, Tony Brown. Noodles 1980 Ultra Handsome, did you get that? But I guess that's kind of proving his point, because the statement was, turning white characters black is basically saying black people can't come up with good characters. So saying that is kind of proving his point, so to speak. But I don't agree with his statement, Tony Brown. And I see that you were trying to make an example. It doesn't matter, like I said, and this goes to prove my point. It doesn't matter what character it is. It doesn't matter if a black actor played a black actress, female or male. As long as the actor can convey and make you believe that he or she is that person. And I think the person that played, who's the guy? Hoff played played Nick Fury one time, and he was god awful. The actors that I've seen, the white actors that I've seen playing Nick Fury in whatever TV show or whatever, they were not as good as Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson was made, in my opinion, to be Nick Fury. Every movie that he's played Nick Fury, from Captain Marvel to all of it, to his appearance in the unseen credits of Iron Man, on through all the whole Marvel universe, until the last one, I think, was the last movie he played in, Endgame, when he came to the funeral. Samuel Jackson is made to be Nick Fury. I think he took that particular character, put his own spin to it, and now it's good, which is proving my point. It doesn't matter if a character in the comic book, the comic book is a basic roadmap or a basic blueprint that Sam Lee left for us. What we take with that blueprint, or what we add on to it, or what we take away from it, can enhance in some cases, or it can retract in some cases. I think some actors that he created the blueprint for us, the actors that portrayed it, didn't do a good job. But some of the actors that portray these characters done an excellent job. Samuel Jackson is one, in my opinion. The guy that played Michael Clark Duncan, that played Kingpin, is another one. Trying to think. I'm trying to think who's another character that was white, but a black character played him. I can't think of no more. Those two are the biggest two that comes to mind first. But like I said, it's here nor there. If the actor or the actress can take the part, add on to their essence to it, or their nuances, and knock it out of the park, I don't care. It should not matter whether the actor or actress is black, white, blue, or green. It doesn't matter. So to say that, I just don't agree with that. Trent Graham writes, what do you think on how Marvel treated Stan Lee's daughter after he died? They didn't contact her. I really didn't read any articles on that. If they didn't contact her, I think that was poor planning, piss poor, because we wouldn't be seeing any of these movies that we're seeing now, have grown to love, if Sam Lee hadn't thought of these things, created these larger than life characters. Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Panther, all that comes from the mind and the imagination of Stan Lee. So whatever character that you like or you drawn to or you cheer for or you cry about, you gotta thank Stan Lee because he did all that. So to disrespect or leave his daughter or his family out, I think was a very big oversight. If it was something they should apologize for, but if they did do that and it was intentional, then I don't know what to say. It doesn't look good. It's not a good look. But it was a honest oversight, and they can correct that. Make any kind of statement, or they could add her into the next movie. Get the cameo appearances like her dad used to do. I probably would try and do that. They could do something to try and make it up, or to keep his dream alive, keep his legacy alive. They could add her, let her start making the cameos. That would be cool with me. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Any more questions, Mr.